Hey guys, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of the channels, Dueling Guard, Sleeve Chief, and Imperium Duelist. Check them out in the description box down below and use code SAKO for discounts on all of them. Hey guys, Lucas Sako here. Today I have the Onomat Ryzeal deck. Some people will call this the Dododo Ryzeal deck or the Gagaga Ryzeal deck, whatever the sound effect is, right? The onomatopoeia that they put at the beginning of all these cards' names. It's that version of Ryzeal. That's what I'm going to show you today. This is going to be in the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is coming out the 26th. That is Thursday. So if you guys are watching this video either on the 26th or after, just know if you go to the description, you will see a link down there about how you can get the spreadsheet. It's going to have this deck. It'll have Vanquish Soul, and it'll have Lunalane. It'll have all of those decks in there. So go follow that and buy it, please. It helps me support my Yu-Gi-Oh! Addiction, so I appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and start this combo off by activating Dododo Warrior. We're going to go ahead and send a glove from our deck to the graveyard, and then we're going to activate the effect of glove to special summon out. I did want to go over something really quickly. There's basically two versions of this deck. There is a version that plays a lot more of the onomatopoeia cards, Pia, whatever, the cards. A lot of more of these archetype cards, right? There's also one that plays a small package. Basically plays 3 Dododo Warriors, and it plays 1 glove. And you basically use that in a build of pure Ryzeal to get more consistency, as well as additional starters in your deck, more extenders. It really just does everything that the deck needed it to for pure Ryzeal. And this version, I am showing off the more combo-heavy version because that's the version that I think is better. I think it's better going first. I think it's better at breaking boards. And honestly, it feels unfair when the cards resolve. So that's usually a good sign of a deck. From here, we're going to go ahead and overlay those cards. We're going to make a Gaga Girl. Use the effect Detach our Warrior to go ahead and search for an Onomat pickup. And then we're going to use the effect of Warrior to go ahead and add a Zubaba Bancho Gagaga coat from our deck to our hand. From there, we're going to go ahead and activate Pickup to add an Onomatopoeia. And just so you guys know how things work in the top cut of a YCS. If you have a judge there with you, sometimes if the judge is picky for no particular reason, they will make you announce the full names of your cards, especially if you're on feature match. I don't know if you guys have ever been on a feature match, but they'll make you read the full names of these cards. I am really hoping that happens to somebody at this NAWCQ or at a Nationals that someone's playing with these cards, because I think that would be really funny. If someone has to read Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat and Gagaga Girl and Dododo Warrior and Dododo Dwarf Go Glove, I think that would be very funny because they'll go to time on their first turn as they are trying to pronounce their cards. So, yeah, that's how that works. If you guys want to look forward to seeing that at the NAWCQ, you will also see me very jittery if that happens. But we're going to go ahead and use the effect of Coat. Special summon itself out. Use the effect of Coat to now special our Dododo Warrior. And then we can use the effect of Pickup to target our Coat, which is going to make all of our monsters level 4. From there, we're going to go ahead and make a duo drop. Use the effect to detach from the Gaga Girl as well as one from itself. We're on an Ice Ryzeal and a Sword Ryzeal there. From here, we're going to go ahead and normal summon Ice Ryzeal. Use the effect to special X Ryzeal from our deck. And then we're going to use the effect to add Node. We're here. We have a lot of bodies in our field. We are not locked yet. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and overlay those. Make a Banshee. We're going to detach to go ahead and get even more extension. We're going to add Star Ryzeal from our deck to our hand. So we've got 3 Xyz monsters. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to show off one of the new boss monsters that's coming out in this set. It is F-Zero Utopic Future Zexal. I think most people are just going to call this card Zexal, but it is phenomenal. I'm going to read over this card just because of how important it is. It says, gains attack and defense equal to the total number of ranks of all Xyz monsters you control and the ones in your opponent's graveyard times 500. So he is, most of the time on your field, going to be either 4,000 or 6,000 attack. If your opponent has some in their graveyard, he gets even bigger. So he is almost always going to be one of your main kill ways now. Along with that, it says your opponent's monsters cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. Also, your opponent cannot target other cards on the field with card effects. So he's also Star Liege, right? That protects some of your monsters from getting crashed into. So like if you have this guy on the field, they can't do any sort of Fire King things, right? They can't crash into you and destroy itself because your guy's in defense, right? So they can't do anything like that. They also can't target your detonator. So one major problem was your detonator getting ultimate slayered. That's not going to be as much of an issue anymore. They can ultimate slayer there's your Zexal if they want. It's other cards. Still, it's incredible. Another thing is it's all cards, so it's not just monsters. So they can't target your cross either or any of your set cards with card effects. This card is phenomenal, and it has another effect for some reason. It says once per turn when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, detach 1 material from this card. Take control of one of your opponent's monsters. Also, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. That is a non-target take control. That's like talents in the middle of your opponent's turn, just whenever they activate a card or effect, you can just detach talents. Give me. They change something, they get rid of the one that you were going to take, give me something else. Phenomenal. Great card. And we're able to do that because we have not really used any Ryzeal names. We have not used any of the locking effects. We haven't specialed the Ryzeal monster from our hand. We've only done Dodo stuff. We've only normal summoned ice. So we are not locked, and we were able to do this here. From here, we're going to go ahead and make our attempt to go ahead and play around Nib. We're going to special the Star Ryzeal from our hand, detaching Banshee. Use Star to go ahead and get Cross. This is their only chance they have to really nib us. And if they do nib us, we have Onomat, which adds 2 cards from our deck to our hand. We have Sword Ryzeal, and we have Node Ryzeal to push through that. Honestly, if they have nib, I think I would rather just see them scoop than try to nib us and then watch us repair the combo and play through it, But we're going to go ahead and flip the cross up, special our Sword Ryzeal, use the effect of Sword Ryzeal to go ahead and net X, and then from there we're going to go ahead and special summon the X, sending our Valen the Psychic Sky Blaster. This card doesn't have anything to do with this combo directly, but I did want to show him off, that's why I sent it in this combo here. This is a card that almost all of the Ryzeal variants will see play in, and the main reason is for, it's basically like Aggregator. You know how when you summon X, you send Aggregator, they're kind of a duo together. X1, Aggregator 2, target something. From now on, it's going to be X1, Blaster 2, target something. This just targets a set card in the field and it blows it up. That's really all it is. So it helps you push into unknown set cards, or if you know that your opponent has a set like Mitsurugi Trap somewhere, you can special X, send this effect, pop it right off the bat. And the fact that it also chain blocks your X Ryzeal is phenomenal. So great thing there. But we're not going to use this effect. We're just going to throw them in the graveyard. We're going to go ahead and overlay our monsters now. We're going to make an Ouroboros. Use the effect. We're going to rip 1 card from our opponent's hand. Then we're going to go ahead and overlay the Ouroboros, overlay the Duo Drive, make a Twins. Special node here. Then we're going to node throw our Twins in the graveyard to revive our Sword Ryzeal, triggering Twins to revive our Ouroboros. And then we're going to use the effect to go ahead and hand rip them again. We're going to make a detonator now and attach our Twins. And then we can still use our cross to go ahead and put back our 2 extra Ryzeals to go ahead and draw into an infinite impermanence, because we are the goats and we always draw non-engine. So this is our field. We have a Zexal, which is a Star Liege, basically. Makes all of our cards untargetable. It's also a Snatch Steal, or a Talents in the middle of our opponent's turn. Phenomenal. We have a Detonator with 3 materials on them, one of them being Twins. You also have 2 Xyz in the graveyard. So if at any point during your opponent's turn you decide that you don't want to do the whole thing where Detonator like blows itself up and then you trigger Twins to revive Detonator, you can just go Detonator, detach Twins, pop something, and then Twins can revive the Duo Drive, which gives your cross something good to detach from later in the turn. But not to mention, you also have cross, right? You're going to have a lot more disruptions that they're going to have cards for, because you also rip 2 cards from their hand. With that, we have 4 other cards that aren't even pictured here, just in our hand, because this is a 1-card combo. We didn't even send any cards from hand in this combo. So, I mean, you have the possibility of literally having, like, 3 Ash Blossoms, 2 Imperms, this whole field. Your opponent has 2 less cards in their hand, and really, it's just unfair. This combo is absurd. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the other variations now. This is what happens with Dodo Warrior when your opponent has Ash Blossom. The main way of connecting the engines is with Duo Drive. If your Duo Drive gets stopped, it's kind of hard to connect the engines. You can technically still go for X Ryzeal, and there are some combos where that is the route that you are shown in the spreadsheet. I think it's better just to play it safe, because if you do play further into any other hand trap, things like Ash Blossom or Imperm really punish you. And so I think it's best just to go for a safer board when they do it. Let's go ahead and start it. We're going to go Warrior Effect. We're going to send the Glove again, special summon himself out. We're going to use the effect of Glove to special summon himself here. And then we're going to go over and overlay, make our Gaga Girl, and we're going to use the effect. They are almost never going to Ash your Gaga Girl here. And the reason is, if they Ash this here, we're still getting the effect of Warrior to go ahead and search, because it was still detached. It's going to add our Zubaba Bancho coat. And even though that card isn't full combo on its own, it doesn't fully play, it is a blank level 4 body. It can summon itself for free. So even if you only have like a Molt Charming Pirellia in your hand, that's the only other card you have, you are still going to normal summon it, make a Duo Drive, and full combo your opponent to the point where they are not going to be able to really do anything. So they're almost never going to Ash this. From there, we're going to use the effect of Warrior, because it was detached, to add that card I was talking about, the Zubaba Bancho Gaga coat. And then from there, we're going to slam our pickup, use the effect to go ahead and add Onomat, and we're going to special summon our coat. From there, we have coat effect to special our Warrior from the graveyard, and pickup to go ahead and make our monsters level 4. We're going to make our Duo Drive, use the effect, and like I said, this is where our opponent is probably going to Ash us. They're going to try to cut us off of those Ryzeal cards. Good thing to note here for all of our 2-card combos, if you have Ice Ryzeal and you normal summon it, you get to full combo, right? They just wasted a hand trap, basically. You're still following all of these lines. Your opponent's not really going to know which other engine cards you have. But if you do have ice or sword, you basically end on the full board, the exact same full board, which is phenomenal. But if they don't, we're going to go ahead and activate Onomat Para. We're going to send a card from our hand to the graveyard. We're going to add Goblin Burke, which we're going to use to extend, and another copy of Dodo Warrior, which is going to be really good follow-up for us. From there, we're going to go ahead and take our Duo Drive and our Gaga Girl, turn those into the Zexal card again, and then normal summon Goblin Burke. Use the effect here. They can't imperm this because we have Zexal in the field. This is what I was talking about with going for like a safer board, since they are playing hand traps in their deck and they are hand trapping us. From here, we're going to go ahead and special back the coat from our graveyard, and then go ahead and overlay those, make a Baguska. This Baguska is not a normal Baguska. He is extra lardy because we have the Utopic Future Zexal on our field, who basically says that the Baguska cannot be targeted at all. He is big, he can't be attacked, he can't be impermed, he can't be, I don't know, Malice in the mirror. Nothing can happen to him, right? He can't get X'd aggregated. He is here to stay. And so the fact that we are able to put this up through a disruption with our 1-card combo is phenomenal, and it's going to give you a lot of survivability. Like, Mitsurugi Ryzeal, I don't know how they're outing this situation here. I think it's literally like Imperm plus X Ryzeal is what they would need to out this. And that is very, very specific. And even then, we have 4 other unknown cards in our hands. The hand traps are probably going to do more than enough to hold them off, you know. With that, we also have follow-up. This Dodo Warrior card, even though our coat is out of our deck at this point, or sorry, our glove is out of our deck at this point in time, he can send another copy of himself from the deck to the graveyard for his effective special summon. And so, even though we've used the main send for him, we can still send another copy of himself to the graveyard to special summon him. And then we can use the glove, which will be in the graveyard at that point in time, to special back and overlay. So we have follow-up. We basically going to start our turn with a free duo drive with just this guy, or the Dodo Warrior here. So that's the combo. I'm going to show you one more combo here. This is going to be a 2-card combo with Ice Ryzeal and Dodo Warrior. I will be totally honest. A lot of these combos are very similar because there isn't much more you can do besides hand ripping your opponent for a ton of cards. But here we're going to go ahead and start off with Dodo Warrior. We're going to go on the same route with Gaga Girl. I'm going to speed this up, honestly, because I cannot read all these cards. They have way too long of names, and they're doing the exact same thing as all the other combos. So we get here, Automatic Pickup, Boncho Coat. We're going to summon Coat Revive Warrior, and then we are going to pick up to make our guys small again. So this guy will be a level 4. From there, we're going to go ahead and make Duo Drive. Duo Drive is going to detach some materials. But this time, since we already have Ice, we're going to search for Plugin as well as Sword Ryzeal. We're going to normal the Ice, special the X'd, and then search for Duo Drive. From here, same thing as before. We're going to go ahead and overlay it, make a Banshee. Banshee is going to detach, search for Star Ryzeal. And then it's time to make our Zexal guy. We're going to summon Star. Star is going to detach off of the Zexal and place Cross. We're going to flip up Cross, special Sword. Sword is going to add X Ryzeal. And then we are going to special X Ryzeal, sending a Baguska here. He doesn't do anything. I just didn't want to look at him in my extra deck anymore, so I threw him away. And then we are going to go ahead and make an Ouroboros. We're going to hand rip our opponent for the first time, so if someone's got a counter, we're going to go ahead and start counting it. We're going to go ahead and make a Twins, and then from there we're going to special Node. Node effect is going to send off the Twins. We're going to revive a Sword Ryzeal, and then Twins is going to revive the Ouroboros, and here is our second hand rip. Now we have a Detonator, and Detonator is going to activate to go ahead and attach the sword. We've got Cross, which is going to go ahead and put back 2 cards, and we're going to draw. But this time on our board, we also have a plugin. So this is going to be the end of our combo. Now, this is a little bit different than the other builds. I know that plugin doesn't look like it adds a lot to the field here, but it actually does. With this one plugin, we can use plugin to revive our Duo Drive, and then we can use the plugin's additional effect to attach it like an Ice Ryzeal or something useless onto our Detonator. So it's not only adding like another disruption to your field, because it's letting your Cross use something that isn't your Detonator to detach from. We're going to use the Duo Drive that we plug in back, because when the Duo Drive is summoned, it's going to attach like an Ice or a Star or something random in your graveyard onto it. That way we have a Cross detach on it for the negate. But it's also attaching a material on the Detonator. So this Detonator is effectively getting 3 pops on its own before Detonator like blows itself up, detaching the Twins, and then it's going to revive itself again and get 2 more pops. So this Detonator is going to be at 5 pops. We still have the Zexal, which is a Snatch Stone, and then we have the Cross negate, plus we have, how many cards in it? We have 3 more unknown cards, plus the one we drew. So 4 unknown cards in our hand. Once again, those can be all non-engine. This is a crazy board, and honestly, the fact that this deck gets to play upwards of almost 20 non-engine is ridiculous. I did want to say I appreciate you guys watching the video. This is going to be it for what I'm showing off today. If you did want the spreadsheet, if it's the 26th, check the description. If not, you have to wait. I'm still working on it, or I'm still getting things set up to get everything taken care of at this point in time. If you guys have any questions about the spreadsheet, a ton of people have purchased it. Ask in the comment section. If you want honest opinions, I'm not going to delete any comments about it. If people liked it, I'll let them share they liked it. If they didn't like it, I'll let them share the reasons why. I'm not going to be a jerk about it. But yeah, that's it. If you guys wouldn't mind commenting, and subscribing, no matter what, I appreciate y'all. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I hope I see some of you guys at the NAWCQ. Bye-bye.